Welcome to Club Lymphoma for the neurodivergent. I'm your host, Terry. I'm going through all this bullshit, and I thought I'd try and share, be honest, and share how things are going. I'm in cycle 3. I'm just about at the point where my immunity is building back up, so in a couple days I'm going to feel good. Up to this point, I've been feeling kind of shitty. And today what I wanted to talk about is attitude. I've already talked about exercise, I've talked about diet, I've talked about rest, I've talked about my general approach. And this was the cycle that I had to lean in on my attitude. Neurodivergent, by the way, just means that you think differently, a little differently, you process things a little differently. So think of those kids that were in student council, did really well in school, in high school, went on to college, didn't really have any problems in college. I'm the opposite of that. And there's a lot of folks like me. It's not like anything special. It's just a little bit different. And now everything's leveled out. I've figured out how to, approach my learning challenges. I've figured out how to make the most out of having ADD. So you get along in life. Well, when then you add in cancer on top of that, and the things aren't really set up for you. They're set up for process-oriented people. Here's the process. If you have some underlying issues like depression, anxiety, ADD, you're going to have a harder time just getting into the sync, getting into the process flow. And attitude is a huge portion of that. And I wanted to touch on attitude because in the first 2 sessions, I didn't really know what to expect, or first 2 cycles of treatment, didn't really know what to expect from the chemo, and now I do. And now it's a little bit harder to have a good attitude about it. I'm still attacking it. I'm still keep staying positive, but there was 3 days this past cycle that was harder to actually just focus on your mental aspect and bring yourself up. And I look at it 2 ways. Your attitude impacts the side effects impact attitude. So somehow you have to figure a way to get beyond the side effects. Have something happy in your life, have something that you look forward to in your life, have something that you get excited for in your life. Small little thing, it doesn't matter, it's going to be different for everyone, but you have to find that to pull your side effects along. And now you don't feel the side effects as much, and then that improves your attitude and is reciprocate. And I don't know if it's a chicken or the egg thing. Does your side effects impact your attitude? Does your attitude impact your side effects? Which one comes first? It doesn't really matter. You just have to figure out a way to bust through the funk. And just this is also for people who know people are going through this kind of treatment, aggressive chemo treatment for lymphoma. I would suggest that if you want to reach out, you don't know if you should reach out, just reach out. If they're anything like me, they're usually bored on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Monday night. You really have to approach life a little bit differently through this, probably 6-7 months I'm going through this. And, immunity week, you have to kind of stay away from people. But week 1 and week 3, I could be around people, but they don't really know to reach out. So I've been trying to reach out to some of my friends, but literally, other than my friend Eric, who you've seen on maybe an earlier video, and going salmon fishing with Buddy Carter up in Duluth, Minnesota on Superior. By the way, went out on Lake Superior in a tiny little fishing boat. So think of huge lake, tiny little boat, wasn't super comfortable, but we were just trolling the shorelines and we got a few salmon, so it was cool. Thanks, Carter. Anyway, getting back to the attitude piece, I found that I did have to bring myself up, and I had to talk to my wife and say, hey, can you help me? Can you help me in this regards? I'm just kind of feeling low, because I did a little bit of research, and if you have anxiety and you have depression, there's been a recent study that your 5-year expectancy is not significantly lower, but it is noticeably lower. I think maybe 5 to 10% lower, your 5-year survival. So if you have an underlying issue as well as you're diagnosed with lymphoma, you really have to take a holistic approach of how you're going to deal with it. So, hopefully some of this made sense to you. And if not, that's cool as well, because you're probably process oriented, and we wouldn't get along so well in real life anyway. So enjoy, and I'll just keep plugging along.